As you guys can see, there's nothing too aggressive going on here. It's just a very simple senator outfit with some touch of design on the placket. But in this video, I want to show you guys how to make this sleeve. It's a 3/4 sleeve, right? With a simple slit at the opening and a pleat, one tiny pleat at the center part. So all you have to do is just to click on the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are yet to subscribe to the channel. The result in which we want to achieve, you can see that. You can see how smooth that is. And when I turn it to the back, you can see that the back is just plain. That's the inside of the sleeve. So I'm going to take you guys through the process of making this step by step. It's a very cool sleeve design. So I'm going to assume that you already cut out your sleeve. This is my sleeve right here. You can see that it is the two sleeve, the left and the right side of the sleeve. You can see that. So the first thing we are going to do now is to cut our extension, which is going to be separate. The extension is going to be a total of 4.5 inches because I'll be folding something at the hem, right? So this is the fabric in which we're going to be using. So I'm just going to fold the fabric into two in order to fit my sleeve circumference in total. You can see that. So now I will just, this is my sleeve and this is the fabric I will use to pipe it. So I'm just going to cut the extension on the pipe itself. So I want the extension to be at a total of 4.5 inches so that I will fold something at the hem, right? So I'm just going to cut 4.5 inches on this other fabric. So this is my 4.5 inches. After cutting it, the next thing I'm going to do is, I cut the two together, right? So I'm just going to cut this into two places for both sleeve, the left and the right. You can see that. I'm just going to cut it into two places. Now, after doing that, the next thing we are going to do now is will be on the sleeve itself. That opening, that slit opening on the sleeve, in order to calculate that, I will be using 1.5 for each side. I want it to be at a total of 1.5 here, and downward, I'll be using 1.5 as well. Depending, if you don't want it to be that open, you can use something lesser than that, maybe 1 inch. Depending. So here I'm just going to cross open that place. I'm going to connect those two down together. You can see. So whatsoever I'm cutting on this place, I'll be cutting it on the down sleeve also, which is the down part, right? Zoom, okay. So I'm just going to simply cut it out. You can see that. So I already cut the two sleeve just like that. So this is what we're going to be having on the sleeve. You guys can see this. This is exactly what we're going to be having. So the next thing we're going to do now is on our pipe. Right here on the pipe itself. I'm just going to open the sleeve. Make sure you get the right and the wrong side of each fabric, right? That's very important. Make sure you're working with the right and the wrong side of the fabric. This is the wrong side of the fabric. I'm just going to chalk it, just mark it. You can see that. And this one also, I'm going to mark the wrong side of the fabric as well. Just mark it. So right here on the fabric, this is what I'll be doing. On the piping itself first, I'm going to fold in what I will be, the turn up I want to do that I'm going to stitch. I'm going to fold the turn up first. But make sure you have a gaiters that indicates the center point of your sleeve and also the center point of the piping fabric itself, right? That's very important. So after I fold the sleeve, we're just going to like stitch it all the way round. We're going to stitch it from the sleeve so that you can follow that pattern in which we cut. But here first, I'm going to simply fold this by, it's not going to be up to 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to fold 3/4 of an inch on the sleeve side. You can see that. And I'm going to fold it on both. So after folding it, you can see what I have. I'm going to simply place in an hemming gum under it. I'm going to put an hemming gum under it in order to hold it down. You can see that. I'm going to put an hemming gum. You can see what I'm doing. Make sure the hemming gum is at the hem, like the end of the fold, so that it's going to like hold on your fabric very well. That's very important. Make sure it's reached the hem totally. So I'm just going to iron it down. You can see that. Take your time and make sure it is very straight. Iron it down. You can see that. You can see what I did. You can see how sharp that edges are, right? And you're going to do the same thing on the second sleeve also. You're going to do the same thing on that one. So after that, we're going to simply go ahead and stitch it to our sleeve. So now on our sleeve, all you have to do now is you'll be working from the wrong side of the sleeve, right? This is the wrong side of the sleeve, and I'll be facing the right side of the piping to the wrong side of the sleeve. You can see that this is the wrong side and this is the right side of the pipe fabric. So I'll be placing the right side of the pipe over the gaiters, just like this. You can see that. So I'm going to turn it to the front. You can see what I'm doing. So now, after folding it, make sure that center part is very straight, and I'll simply stitch it all the way like this to the last hem, right? Don't add any interfacing to this. There's some fabric that we use interfacing, but this kind of fabric does not require interfacing. Just do it plainly like this. So you can see what I have after stitching it all the way. I'm just going to like cut out this part. So I'll be able to cut out the same thing. You can see that. So you can see what I have, and I'm going to cut it out from this side also. After cutting it out, the next thing is, at this center part, I'm going to make a notch so that I will be able to turn the fabric inside. So I'm going to turn it inside, and each of these edges, make sure you pinpoint them out very well. You can see what I'm doing. Make sure you pinpoint those edges out. You can see that. You can see that. So you're going to take this for ironing, and you're going to make sure the ironing is as sharp as possible, and make sure you pinpoint each of those edges and balance it out. So we are going to do our piping at the hem right now. So let me iron it and show you guys what we're going to be having. You don't need to add hemming gum to this again. Just leave it like this. Then just iron it, and let me show you how to turn it up. So after ironing, you can see what I have on the sleeve. You can see how smooth and how sharp the sleeve is. The next thing is just to simply turn out your 3/4 inches. No, it's not going to be up to 3/4. It's going to be like, you know, we folded like 1/3 inside, right? So here all you have to do is just to simply fold like 1/2 inch backward, just like this. You can see that, just 1/2 inch backward. You can see what I have here. And after folding that backward, you can see the inside is going to be plain, just like this. I'm going to cut out this excess. You can see that. And I'll cut out the excess at this side also. You can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to simply top stitch that edge. This is what your sleeve is going to look like. You can see in my hand. But firstly is to simply top stitch this edge. I'm going to simply stitch it all the way down. And make sure the stitches is as sharp as possible, and it is very, very straight, because that's the beauty. So you can see what I have on the stitch. You can see it all the way down. So all you have to do now is just to give it a good and thorough ironing, right? And this is what your sleeve is going to look like. You can see that. After you're done with this, all you have to do is just to simply align your sleeve to your bodice itself. Just simply sew the bodice and the sleeve together, and your design is as ready as possible. So this is what we're going to be having. So you can see that this is exactly what we're going to be having. So make sure you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to subscribe. So this will be the final result. You can see how smooth that sleeve is. You can see how nice it looks. You guys can see that it's a very, very beautiful design. So if you like the video, make sure you smash the like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are yet to subscribe to the channel. And that's about it. I will see you on another video. Peace, and do have a lovely day. Thank you.